All right, so I'm going to get on the floor today. I'm going to put down some floor leveler just in some spots that's a little off. But anyways, I'm starting to actually read directions now. Um, but this stuff I'm putting in the bathroom, the 100% plasticky stuff, is I was reading the directions in here, and it says the area where the floor is installed should remain climate controlled between 65 and 78 degrees for the life of the product. So, I mean, come on, this place gets down cold and it gets, so to maintain that temperature for the life of the product, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So, I think this cold up here, is, it's pretty hard to build with the snow load and the cold up here, but hopefully you're building in Hawaii. So I ran out of memory on my camera and I don't have a computer to fix the problem. But anyways, this is my tablet, but I finished the floor in the bathroom. It looks rocking. I'm pretty jazzed about it, One thing was, with all this curvature right here in this shower, I was like, man, I better buy something to help me with the measurement. So I got these cool things on eBay, they form to whatever, for like 10 bucks. I mean, they were nothing, but they really weren't that helpful. I mean, by the time I would, line up this thing, somewhere, I mean, it would eventually hit, the edge. So I couldn't really continue the curve or anything like that. So, they're cool if you don't have a lot of curvature, I guess. But I ended up cutting, let's see, these kind of cardboard pieces out, right out of the box. I just cut up the box because they're the exact same size. But anyways, I just cut out a piece everywhere to make sure it was the right cut, because I don't have but maybe 2 pieces to spare. So I don't want to do a wrong cut. So it's better just to take time, cut out a little cardboard piece, which means I really didn't need these fancy plastic things anyways. But anyways, it took a while. It took most of the day to get this thing cut, so, but now I can move on to the rest of the floor. And in here, it's like sweet. Now I can put in a toilet, I can put in a vanity, because it's all set now for the vanity. So, with flooring, it's like, wow, it's almost done in here. So, anyways, I'm going to continue on. I don't know how much I'm going to video with, not really having a camera. I'll see how much memory I have on this tablet, I guess. Hey, so I got this 100% waterproof kind of vinyl flooring, and I thought it was like going to be like solid plastic or something, really waterproof. But once you actually cut into this stuff, I mean, you can see it's got a built-in underlayment, which is kind of nice. I didn't have to mess with, but the actual, vinyl part is like so tiny, and most of it's just regular wood, like same old, same old. So I don't know how much more, maybe the seals, you could have water sitting on the thing longer, but really, if the water creeped to the edge of the floor, which you need a 1/2-inch gap with this, I mean, it would just soak in the edge. So, I don't know if this was necessary. It looks pretty good though, so yeah, I'm all cool with it. We'll see how it holds up. Hey, so last week I finished up my floor in here. Man, it looks really nice. So, here's how it turned out. Like I said, I ran out of memory on my camera here, so I had to resort to a tablet. But I even got this, everything in here done. But what I noticed was this closet is actually too narrow to fit this stand for the water heater. So I had to actually put it inside first and then screw it together. It's a real pain in the butt. So I should have made that closet like, I don't know, a ½ inch bigger or something. But anyways, that's good. So, and now I'm ready to put in my baseboard, and actually I painted this stuff. I got all this baseboard brought up here. And so it's ready to go. It's all painted with 3 coats. And so all I have to do is put that on and nail it up and then do a little touch up on it. And today I went up to Bend, Home Depot, and I got my interior doors right here. So I think right now I'm gonna cut off a little bit of these ends, because right now these ends, it looks like they'll be about almost 1 inch gap below the door, and I don't want that big of a gap. I think I'll cut it to ½ inch, but I think I'll watch a YouTube video on interior doors, since I haven't really messed with them. I'm hoping they're easier than these outside doors. And I also got my handy dandy pressure tank. So I got a 32 gallon pressure tank. Here's my well pump. I got a 1/2 horsepower. A guy up here said these cast iron ones are kind of finicky when they get cold and stuff, but I mean, that was my options at Home Depot. And I got my valves and stuff for the hooking up the pressure tank, but I'm sure I'm missing something, of course. But anyhow, so that water stuff's getting close to being done. The water heater they didn't have, so I had to put it on order. So hopefully that'll be in soon. But hooking this up and my water heater, that's really all there is to do with water left. So, and the water heater, closet's ready to go. So, but hopefully it'll be quick. Hey, so half the doors went on easy. So I watched a YouTube video, and of course this one went on just easy as pie. Everything lined up. Now this door, it just isn't working right, and I can't figure out why really. It's kind of looking, I know these doors are cheesy, but I was looking at this one right here is actually missing a screw right there. And this one over here, it's missing a screw there, and it's also missing a screw there. So, not really built with a lot of quality, but anyways, now this one I keep trying to close, and it keeps kind of getting tense in this area, like it's just not closing right. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I'm never good at doors. So I'll just keep plugging away on it. So I gave up on the store yesterday and just drank beers instead. I don't know what's wrong with it. I mean, the gap all the way around looks good. It seems like these are kind of binding. I put shims behind here, tried bending them, whatever. The door still functions. I mean, it's just kind of tight to close there, but everything can't be perfect. So I think I'm just going to leave it and maybe adjust the hinges, try to do that someday. But right now I think it's good enough. So I'm going to start working on this trim. I got You know, for the trim around the doors here, I'm going to use my 18 gauge nailer for nailing from the trim into this wood right here, because I don't want to use my bigger gun. I might split this. But then I'm going to use my 16 gauge for everywhere else going through this drywall, with 2-inch nails, because you got to go through 3/4 inch trim, 1/2 inch of drywall, and then it needs to go in 3/4 of an inch. So that's why I'm gonna use 2 different nail guns. And for cutting out these door jambs, I got this saw right here. I cut it down a little closer, so it doesn't stick out as far. And then I got these cool cutting wheels for my Dremel, and so then once this thing is a little shorter, I can get in there and cut it real close to the door jamb. So that's my plan on that. Hey, I'm back from Home Depot. I got my water heater came in. I got my vanity and my toilet. So I got all that here. I don't know how I'm going to get it in. I think the vanity I might be able to get in myself, but it's supposed to rain today, so really the vanity's the only thing I have to get inside. The other two, if they get wet and the box is ruined, it really doesn't matter. So anyways, that's my goal. I managed to get it in here. Man, it was all, I was wondering why it was thumping around in there, but the whole sink came loose in there, and was flopping around. Luckily, it didn't do any damage to the sink, but I mean, I don't know, it must have came out of the whole packing thing here, but looks like it scuffed up the inside of the doors, but no biggie. But with the sink out, this thing will be a lot easier to move in there. Oh man, so I put the sink on here, and it's all chipped right here, and so now I'm like, oh dang it, you know, it's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour trip to go back to Home Depot. So man, I'm really bummed about that, but and I don't want to box up the whole thing again. You know, maybe I can just take back the sink part. I don't know. Hey, I got a PVC pipe going through the roof up here, so I just cut a hole. I know it's going to be straight up from this well pipe, so I can just bring the pipe all the way up through the roof and just pop off a cap up there, and then put a foot valve on the bottom. I'm also, I measured out years ago and wrote down the measurements of the water on this well, so I'm going to you know, take measurements again, see how the water situation is doing here. You know, it's Oregon, you'd think water would be like, you know, plentiful, but there's actually, you know, droughts and everything out west, so I'm gonna check on the water. Yeah, so that pipe is like way up there. So anyways, I got the cap off up there, and I'm getting it out of here. Dang it, it ripped the drywall up there when the pipe fell down. It kind of tore off a piece of drywall. Kind of sucks, but I'll have to glue that or something. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get, I can't get this cap off, so I'm trying to get the cap off just to measure the water. But other than that, I can put the foot valve on right now and then lower it back down, but I'm gonna try measuring it. that actually went pretty easy. So I can't finish though because I forgot to get 3/4 inch clamp things for the PEX piping. So I can't finish up the PEX, and one of these fittings I got 1/2 inch plug, but it was like flare, so I think that's for gas or something, but it didn't fit right, so I need a new one of those. So I can't actually totally finish it up, but see, I'm just going to hook this water line right there, bam. So I just need a couple pieces right there and the plug that goes in right there. Other than that, it's all good to go. I think it should work. I've got this in just in case I want to, you know, prime this later, or I might, you know, want to stick in a hose and suck out water when it gets real cold or something. But anyhow, that's about good to go. So I'm starting on this bathroom. I want to get this toilet in, hopefully. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and nail these baseboard in and caulk it, because it'd be a pain to do after I get the toilet in there. I got a valve that just pushes right on the PEX, so that should be easy and shouldn't be a problem. So yeah. Oh, and on this side I'm going to cut a piece and put a piece of baseboard right down there, because when I slide this in there, I don't want this going right up against the wall. I decided to just kind of bump it away just the width of that baseboard. So that's plan, and then this one, it's just going to go bam against the wall, so I don't want any baseboard right there. Oh, and I did get all the way back to Ben today to exchange that chip sink. So it was no problem, but I mean, it was still, you know, it took about 4 hours to go there, get stuff. I mean, and gas now is getting crazy, so. But anyways, I got my new sink, so I'm jazzed to get that thing in. All right, so that one's so bad, and so that's basically my week up here. I've been packing up tons of cardboard, but at least got my toilet. My toilet's all in, looks great, and my vanity, it's all in, and it's all plumbed in and stuff. So it all worked out this week for getting a lot done. So I feel good. I think next week when I come up here, I'm gonna actually just start on the outside now. All right, so I got that water heater in there myself. What a man, that's a tight fit, and it's pretty heavy even though it's pretty tiny water heater. But anyhow, here's how it turned out. I just got it in there. See, I barely got room to get a hose going through the floor to drain out. Then I just got to hook up this stuff. Got my 2 straps on there to be legal, even though there's really no good spot to strap to on the sink since it's so small and it's got these things in it. But anyhow, at least it's in the closet now. You know, again, this is one of my changes to my plans, which I should have stuck to my original plans probably, because I was building the closet walls here and I thought, do I really need like 26 inches in the closet? I think I'll move the wall back 2 inches to make the bedroom 2 inches bigger. But well, it's so small, I mean 2 inches matters. But anyhow, so but I really wasn't thinking about the water heater and being really tight in there. So what can you do now? But it probably would have been way easier if I had an extra 2 inches in there even. So there wasn't much room to film any of this, but I'll show you what I got going on. I got it all finished up. And so I got my my pipes hooked up. The Colt's got the valve on it there. I'm missing a little electrical, well, I don't know what they're called, but I got to get one of those, and I need a fitting for this to go to PEX, and I'm going to go drill a hole through the floor. But anyways, it looks like it all fits in here fine, and I got enough room to get a hose out. So looks good. Now I can try out my water. I think I'm ready to primer my pump and see if things work. Hey, the well fired up just fine. Just took a couple minutes for the water to get up. But what's funny is the water was going out as fast as it was coming in. The pressure wasn't going up. And I came out here, and this hose I got, I thought I had an end cap on it, and I must have cut that off at some point and didn't remember. But I had to recap it, so water was just shooting out everywhere under there, getting all my boxes wet, but it'll be fine. Most importantly, this thing fired up the way I got it. So it looks like it's going to work. I'm going to fire it up again, and then go look around at all my connections, make sure nothing else is leaking inside the house, and hopefully toilet be working. That'll be awesome. I tested the water inside. Everything works. Toilet flushes, sinks work. No leaks inside right now, so that's good. And the only place I had a leak was this thing, and I just tightened it up. And I got a leak, of course, right here. And dang, but so now I got to relieve all this pressure in this tank. I don't have a hose, so I'll have to fill up containers or something, but this is the only thing I have to tighten up, and once that's not leaking, it looks like everything's good to go on the plumbing. So I'm jazzed. Alright, so last 2 days I really just did inside work. I mean, it was raining like crazy outside, but I mean, I got all my baseboard really up in this whole place. Boy, it's comfortable in here. I took a shower last night. It's the first shower I've ever had up in the mountains. Man, it was nice, hot water, and I did find that little electrical piece I needed for my water heater. So that's all I needed, was a little bit of electrical stuff. And so I got that hooked up yesterday. Here's my electricals all set on that. All I need is my, there's like a relief tube that goes through the floor. So that's the only thing I need to do left on that. I fixed my door. Sweet. I was like, I'm going to just spend the rest of the day yesterday and fix this door, and took out all my screws, and I found it was really me. It wasn't the door. This thing was like so far out of square that really, when I got the door square, it really touched in this corner, in the bottom corner, so there wasn't any more I could do to get it square. But it's all fixed now. It closes fine. The gap's fine. So anyways, I'm pretty much done with the whole inside. I mean, I got a couple more pieces of baseboard, and then of course, you know, caulk and you know, touch up paint. But basically I'm done inside, so that's awesome. So I'm gonna get started outside.